Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Hickory Podcast. On today's show, we have local business owner Karen Tonks. Karen actually has two businesses that she's currently running, and we thought it would be a great idea to talk to her about them. Karen, thanks so much for being on the show today. Let's start off by telling people a little bit about yourself and what made you decide to start your newest venture, Kilty Pleasure Tours.
Hey, Mike, thank you for asking me to be on your podcast. Kilty Pleasure Tours. Well, I decided since I have a heart business that I call it, this is going to be my fun business. And many years ago in Roanoke, Virginia, my friend and I went on a bus tour to local breweries. And we had such a fun time. And this is going back maybe 12 years ago. And I remember the bars, but the best part was actually being on the bus. And it was really true. The party is on the bus. And for two people that didn't know anybody else, and this was a bigger bus, there was maybe 20 people or something on it. We were all friends by the end of that tour. And it was one of the best, fun, unexpected afternoons and evenings that I've ever had spent laughing and meeting new friends. And I just felt in the back of my head, I'd always thought about it. And I just decided to pull the plug. And I believe that Hickory has getting enough beer culture here and the surrounding area that it could handle that.
That's cool. And we definitely have. I mean, there's been so many breweries and restaurants and wineries and stuff that have opened up that I think it's really cool to have an avenue for people to kind of tour that and feel safe doing that. So
Right.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
If someone was interested in booking a tour through you, how would they go about that? And how long did the tours usually last?
Oh, well, the tours last as long as you want them. If you want to make a custom tour, I have a website, www.kiltypleasuretours.com. And there is a custom booking or an inquiry button.
Okay.
And you just hit that button and it'll pop up a little questionnaire for you. And then it just automatically gets sent to me.
Okay.
And then we start the process from there. Sometimes we make like dedicated tours when we know there's a festival going on or a big event, like Norman Highland Games. We created a actual tour for that, and people again can just click on the link and then they go through the whole process. It'll take your money, it'll send you text reminders, everything like that. So the answer is some set tours are typically 4 to 5 hours, and custom tours can be from 4 hours to as long as you need them to be. There is a minimum of 4 hours.
Okay, awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are the most popular tours you've done so far?
I'd say the most that we've done so far have been birthday parties.
Okay.
And they are so much fun. I'll get on the bus and I'll maybe do a little decorating on the bus, and I'll maybe leave some gifts and some free complimentary adult libations for everyone to enjoy. And then, some of the tours have been where you get to pick a mix.
Okay.
We offer 4 bars in Hickory, Newton, and Morganton, and you can pick 1 bar from each. So your experience can change every time you want to do this. You can pick different bars each time, and off you go. We've just started what we're calling as our birthday bonus, and if we randomly pick a upcoming birthday month, and it's going to be June. So if you have a birthday in June and bring 8 of your friends and book the bus in your birthday month, then you get to ride absolutely free.
Okay.
And there are 3 dedicated bars that are working in partnership with me, and you will get a gift at every single bar. So it's a surprise after a surprise after a surprise.
Now, in
So
between stops, are people able to enjoy adult beverages on the
yes,
bus as they go as well?
yes,
Okay, that's exciting.
yes, they are. Just don't spill anything.
Yes, don't spill anything and don't get sick.
Yes, correct. There's a hefty little charge on there, so you pay too much money. You don't want to be doing that
No,
anyway.
exactly. That's funny. What kind of tours do you have coming up on the calendar for the rest of May? Do you have anything special going on?
Well, May, with it becoming spring, summertime, we're kind of letting it. We had a very structured tour system coming up. Now we're kind of relaxing it a little bit. We're putting the things out on social media and see what garners interest.
Okay.
But there is like a beer and bourbon and barbecue festival coming up in May in Charlotte on the 21st of May. We've got there's something else coming up off the top of my head. There's a brewery and music festival in Huntersville. I think that's the 10th of May. There's maybe, I think there's a winery tour in Yadkinville on the 18th
Okay.
of May.
Nice.
So these things are upcoming, and if you see tours on our website, don't think you can custom book something because it may be that the tour isn't booked. We've put them up there for people to click and enjoy, but it may be a tour that no one is interested in. So that date is actually open. So don't ever be thinking, hey, that date's gone. It's not. Always ask me, We had the Western Piedmont Symphony where we were working with them, and then we managed to fit in Highland Games in Lake Norman in between. So you had the symphony in the morning, the Highland Games in the afternoon, and we fitted the symphony back in the evening. So, we'll always try and work just to make sure that you get the tour you want when you want it.
Okay, awesome. And then what other type of tour service do you provide? I mean, I would think like having the bus and the drivers and everything, you can't have be running around 24/7. So do you offer any other services in between? So if anybody needed a tour bus or something for something custom, do you have that ability as well?
Yeah, we do. We've done a few concerts. We've got a concert coming up where people want transport to and from the concert and enjoy that. We've picked up people from the airport. That's not a typical thing, but sometimes when you've got a larger party or, there's an awful lot of luggage, it's sometimes handy. What else have we done? Like I say, we picked up musicians for the symphony. There's hiking tours. If you want to come and enjoy a winery or a brewery, but go for a hike to earn your pleasure afterwards, then I have a guide who will happily guide you up a mountain safely and back down again. So we have that. We're also going to be bringing in, we've yet to tagline it because this is started, I decided to do this week, but we're going to do like a bottomless mimosa and karaoke tour. And I'm thinking, what could possibly go wrong? But I think it's going to be so much fun. So I'm trying to actually work with local charities in our area, Morganton, Newton, Conover, and Hickory, and see if they will host some of these karaoke mimosa days, and parts of the proceeds will go to their charities.
Oh,
so giving back to the community in a really fun way. And don't worry if you can't sing, because we actually want people that can't sing.
More entertaining when people can't sing.
Yes, I mean, really, who wants to go after someone that's an amazing singer, right?
No
But
fun.
there's lots of fun stuff, and we can do anything that you need transportation for, as long as it's legal and ethical, we're there.
Now, did I see you guys are actually doing karaoke on the bus too sometimes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So if you have a birthday party or you're going to a concert or you're whatever tour you're wanting to do, there is an option. I purchased this really cool lightweight touchscreen karaoke, and it's
Okay.
got the two microphones and it's all got a router and it's all systems go. You can just sing your heart out
Okay.
wherever you want to go. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool. Now, how many seats on the bus do you have?
So it is a 15-seater passenger van. You've got your driver, so you've got 14 available seats. The front seat up with the driver, not many people want to miss out on the fun up there. So we kind of say 13 back, and it's cozy, but it's good. I'm assuming like me, by the time you've done a tour, if you're doing a tour with strangers, they're not going to be strangers for very long.
True.
And that's my goal. I just want to bring people together,
Hmm.
and just have a great time. Just forget everything and just go out and have fun.
That's awesome. What's the most unexpected in business? And what I'm trying to do is kind of spotlight local businesses with our show most of the time, and then in between we'll kind of give some other information. But what's been the most unexpected thing you've learned since you started the new venture?
Well, it is a totally different from my other business. You think when you've started one business from scratch that one size fits all, and that is so not true. It was a rude awakening. It's a whole different mindset with marketing and sales and setting everything up. It wasn't what I expected, and it's taken a lot longer to get momentum going because it's so unique. And I've had a lot of people say, but that's a big city thing. And I'm like, no, it really isn't. You know, People here have birthdays and parties and anniversaries and want to go places. And I'm trying to let people have fun with drinking without driving, because we do not have the best public transport system. And the taxi and Uber systems are all but zero. So it's just another way to be safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, unexpected was starting a business from scratch. It's totally different, and getting it going, but it's really starting to pick up now, and I'm getting busier and busier, so it's great.
Well, good. So let's switch gears to your other business. So we had you on the podcast once before talking about your Time Genies concierge and errand service. And why don't you tell us a little bit, in case anybody hasn't seen that episode yet, tell us just a little bit about that business also, and how people, what kind of business you're looking for with that.
Okay, so Time Genies is a concierge and errand service, and we mainly do housekeeping, office cleaning. We specialize in home and office organizing, and we love to take situations that are more difficult, where it's not just organizing someone's pantry or organizing someone's closet. We've had some really sad situations where people are maybe facing eviction because of things that have happened, traumatic events in their life. And things can easily get overwhelming or out of control. And we love nothing more than to come in and just be able to get people's lives back on track again. So we love to do that. So we also run errands. We can be companions, pet service, you name it. We do everything.
That's awesome. And as a shameless plug for you, you've helped us in the past with our clients in real estate and helping to get their houses ready, and you do a great job with it. So I definitely appreciate it on my end.
Thank
That's been
you.
really, really helpful. And my clients definitely have appreciated it over the years. So thank you for all you do with that, because it's made a huge difference in allowing people to get their house sold. And not everyone is super organized in their life, and
Yeah.
when you get to the point where it's time to sell and you have to get your house ready, some people just get overwhelmed and don't know where to start. And so your people are really well trained and kind of helping them, just help them get organized and get things cleaned up. And so just want you to know on my end that we do a good.
Thank you. Well, it's one of the top stressors in our life. And, we're kind of like that one-stop shop where we can come in and we can help you declutter for pictures that you're going to take to put the house on the market. We can help clean it and get it all nice and sparkly and ready for moving in, moving out for pictures. We can help pack. And then once the actual move has happened, we can help unpack on the other end and have that home cleaned and then organize. So it really is a one-stop shop where if you can get someone that you know and trust, then you can just have us help to do everything. And it's such a stress relief. I mean, we see it in our clients, just
Sure.
to know that there's support there if they need it.
Yeah, no, it's been definitely, like I said, I mean, it's been really helpful because again, some people just get so overwhelmed and you guys
Yeah.
are kind of make that easy on them. So
Thanks.
thank you again. So is there anything we did not get to cover that you wanted to get out there?
I do want to say for one thing for Kilty Pleasure Tours and one thing for Time Genies, but the Kilty Pleasure Tours, one of our I mean, we're unique and we're a little boutique company right now with the hopes to grow, of course. And but one of my drivers is actually he plays the bagpipes and he wears a kilt.
Okay.
If you haven't seen the van, it is wrapped in, I call it tartan. And so it really, I mean, some of our guests on the bus, it's been a total surprise. I haven't told them. And he pipes them out of the bars and everybody comes out in videos and he turns up at weddings. We've helped at weddings, the transport, and he pipes there. And, it's just such a cute niche little thing. So if you're ever looking for anything like that, please get in touch. Time Genies, always looking for good staff, always looking for people to help. And, if you're looking for part-time work, 5 hours a week, or if you're looking for 20 hours a week, please reach out to me. I'm always looking for people in various roles all the time. So that would be great.
Awesome. Did you have any questions for me? Since I'm in real estate, a lot of times people want to have a question for me or anything. Did you have any questions about the real estate world?
Well, absolutely, because since we're linked so closely and I do work with other realtors, everybody saw the market slowing down and, what's the next 6 months to a year looking like? Because your business slowed down, so that means my business slowed down too. So I'm looking forward to you telling us when it's all going to turn around and change.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's been just such an odd market in the fact that there's still a lot of buyers out there that really want to find something and buy it. But the problem still has been, and what's locked us up in the last couple of years, and it's different from other times when there's been maybe a little bit less business than expected, is the fact that there's just not inventory out there. Other periods of time where we've had less sales. Typically that's goes in line with prices going down, but that's not the case now. Like prices are still hanging in there and actually still going well, but we've had a problem with people that have had their house on the market or people that have bought, let's say, prior to 2021, before rates started really going up pretty substantially. People that had houses with mortgages and that bought before that have these really low mortgage rates of like 3.5%, or even I've seen as low as 2.5% on their 30-year mortgage. And the people that have that are just like, well, I don't want to give up my mortgage that I have now, even if I need another bedroom, but I don't want to sell my current house because whatever I buy, I'm going to be paying like, close to 7%. And so, and more than that, it's actually come down a little bit, since the peak. I think we kind of peaked around November and we've been kind of muddling around ever since. And, it's hard to say. if rates come down, it's probably because the economy is kind of like not doing well. So we don't want the economy not to do well. Like we want everything else to stay good. So that, and so if rates kind of stay stable where they are, and historically they're not bad, but I think it feels like to me, and looking at the numbers so far this year, I think some people have kind of decided, you know what, my life has changed enough that I need to make a move. And so I think we have had more people deciding, hey, you know what, I'm not going to wait anymore. I need to downsize, or I need a bigger house, or, I need to change this for my job. And I think people are finally starting to realize that they need to make life decisions, and they're going to make them based on that, and not speculating on what's going to happen with the market with rates going up and down and stuff. So I feel like we've balanced it out a little bit. Also, we're starting to get some more inventory online with new construction. So there's been a lot of development in our area in the last 2 years, and a lot of it's finally starting to hit the market, where, it takes a long time to build a subdivision, put in roads, put in all the infrastructure. And then finally, probably takes for a house, it takes at least 6 months from start to finish to get it done. So we're starting to see some of that inventory. There's some, national home builders that have come to our area that we really haven't had before. And it's been kind of nice because we just have not had, we need the inventory, we need the houses. There's a lot of people that seem like, that want to move to our area, and this is allowing us to accommodate that. So my answer is probably slightly incomplete, but it feels like since February of this year, things seem to, I feel like our transactions are up a little bit more, and the inventory is up a little bit more. So it's given buyers a little bit more to choose from. And so we feel like, it's probably going to muddle through, probably through the election. And then once that happens, I think then, the true face of what the economy really is will probably bear itself. And so, if the economy is worse than what we think, then yeah, then rates will come down because they're going to be trying to make up the difference. And if the economy's better, then we'll probably stay where we are, and rates might actually still go up. So it's just hard to say, but that's kind of what we've got going on. I would say if you want to buy a house and you've been looking, don't wait around for interest rates at this point, because I just don't know that that's going to change anytime soon. And I think a lot of people have been hoping that, well, rates will come down. But I think in waiting, what's happening is prices are still going up. I mean, like, it's not like 2022, 2021 and 2022, where we had 15 and 18% increases per year. Maybe it's only more like 5 or 6% a year now, like at the current rate, but it's still moving up. And so by waiting, you might get a better interest rate, but then, you wait 2 years, you might be paying 10% more than you would have a couple of years ago. And then maybe still not had that rate change. So that's kind of my advice for people. Is just like, you're in the moment now. It's hard for people to time the stock market. It's hard for people to time the housing market. If there's a house that you really like and it fits your lifestyle and it fits the neighborhood and you can afford it, don't let that get in the way of your happiness.
Yeah, good.
And so that's the advice I would give.
Good. So everybody just buy and sell like crazy.
Yes, that'd be great. Yeah, we would love that. But definitely, if you want to sell, this is, we're in the heat of the spring market, and most of the people, if they're pricing their houses properly and getting them ready, using the right services and getting the houses ready, typically they're going under contract that first weekend that they go on the market, and we're still getting multiple offers for things. If they're overpriced, or maybe the condition's not quite right, they'll sit a little bit longer, and that's just what happens. But that's kind of where we are.
Okay, good. Thank you. That
Sure.
helps a little bit. Yeah.
Good. Well, I appreciate you being on the show so much, and everything that you do in the community. I'll leave your contact information in the show notes. I know you gave your website address, but we'll make sure we put that in the show notes when we post it. It's going to be on YouTube, we'll be on Facebook, and obviously on anywhere that podcasts, anywhere you listen to your podcast, iTunes and Spotify, and everywhere, it'll be on there as well. So be on the lookout for it. And if anybody, listen to the show, I definitely think they learned a lot today, and really appreciate you being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you asking me to be on. Thanks, Mike.
Well, thanks, Karen. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
All right, bye.
Thanks.